All right, good morning, guys. It's supposed to be hot and miserable, and we got a lot of dirt to move. Let's get started. All right, I actually got down here a little bit early ahead of Aaron and Jerry. The fuel trailer is out of fuel. I took it back to the lot because we're getting a fuel delivery today. But I still got about 100 gallon on the truck here, which should hold us over till we get our fuel trailer back. Let's get everything topped off this morning. Get all the fluids checked. Because like I said, it's supposed to be a hot one. And it's supposed to be a pretty miserable day, actually. So make sure everything's good to go so we can get a good day's of running in. I'm hoping if we can get one good day in today, we're gonna have the majority of that dam right up to elevation. So that is the ultimate goal for today, is to get the dam mostly done. What I'm trying to say is, I'm hoping we get all the dirt to the dam to all where I cannot talk today. All right, let me try this again. Hoping we can get all the dirt moved to the dam, where all we really have to do is just kind of shape it and mold it and get it the way we want it. So everything looks good on the 850. Climb up here and check all the fluids. And oh, Bubba, man, the tires have been holding up great. We haven't had to put air in them yet this year, so that is definitely a plus. I guess all of our tire sealing is holding up. Looks good. All right, 850 is full. We need to go up and top off the 210. After I get the 210 topped off, we should have just a little bit of fuel left in the truck, and we'll probably just leave it there in the tank. That way, if somebody gets a little low at the end of the day, we'll have a splash farm, and tomorrow we'll have our fuel trailer back. We won't have to ration fuel no more. All right, let's go up and get the 210 filled up. It's up there on top of the hill. Hopefully everybody else will show up, and we will be ready to go. I parked the bulldozer in the way. This one's definitely thirsty after yesterday. All right, let's check in. Right on the full mark. Looks good. I think I hear a bubba on the move. I checked your oil for you this morning. It's still good.
Yeah. I sat down there. You weren't down there.
Yeah, I've already fueled everything up, checked all the fluids.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. All right, just as planned, we are full. We should have about 20 gallons left over in that tank if we need it later. So that'll be handy. Let's get set up and get rolling. All right, man, behind the scenes.
All right.
This is what I'm thinking. You ready for this?
Yep.
So if we start off at the roller and we go around to about that dirt clod right there, the placement of the dam is pretty good. And what did we say yesterday? All that's probably within 16, 18 inches?
Yes.
Once we get from that clump, we kind of got a little bit of a sag in the dam, about 4 feet there at the most in the middle. All right, but what we got to remember is from that clump over, the dam actually needs to come towards us a little bit. We don't need to go any farther back.
Farther out. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Looks like Jerry's still got some material in the bottom he can get, but he's starting to scrape bottom. Get the joke?
Yeah.
So I think we just need to set up and start hauling and hammer this back. We got what, probably 5 or 6 hours worth of dirt to haul out of that backside yet before we have to switch to our other barrel pit.
Yep.
All right, I feel like we have videoed or recorded loading and hauling dirt about as much as possible.
Yeah.
But I don't want these folks to miss out on anything.
No.
So what do you think if we just set them up over on time lapse and we just do our thing?
Yes.
All right, sound like a plan?
Great.
Or you think Jerry's gonna get mad if we use the roller as a tripod?
You might want to warn him that you're gonna have a camera on there. I know how he gets. He's gonna jump on that roller.
If you guys randomly just start moving and then get parked back, it's Jerry's fault.
Yeah.
As we get higher, we don't run the compactor quite as much because that truck weighs well over 100,000 pounds and it does a pretty good job itself compacting. But we still try to hit that lift on top where the truck don't run every couple feet. So, all right, man, it's supposed to be a hot one. AC still working?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I fired it up, got out, got my drink, came back. It was done cold waiting for me.
You tell them you were down there waiting for me to show up and you realized I'd already been here for a half an hour taking care of all the servicing?
I let the air build up and I thought, man, nobody's here yet. I said, well, I'm gonna go head up and get set up. And round the corner and there you are.
Already fueled, checked all the fluids in the 850.
That's
I
good.
checked all the fluids in your Bubba dump for you.
That's good because I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, see, take care of you. All right, well, let's do it. Well, guys, while we're in hammer down time-lapse mode here, let's take this opportunity to kind of answer some of the questions you guys have in the comments and kind of explain a little bit why we do things the way we do. For you guys that don't know, we actually have a second channel called A Few Points from Perfect, which is a podcast channel, and we do just this, kind of go into a little bit more detail about the bidding process and kind of the thought process throughout how we go about doing jobs. So if you haven't checked that out yet, go ahead and check that out. But it's inevitable. Every time we do a project like this, you guys have endless suggestions about different ways we could do this that would be faster and cheaper and better, etc., etc., etc. And some of them are good and some of them are valid, but let me kind of go through each of them one at a time here. Usually the most common in this scenario is, oh my goodness, you guys need scrapers. Why don't you have scrapers running? Scrapers. This would be so much faster and easier with scrapers. Get some scrapers. So let me kind of explain the process here a little bit. So we got a truck running. You see 3 pieces of equipment here running on the screen. So the 210 Hyundai running in user mode, which is the highest power setting it can get, is burning right at 3 gallons of fuel per hour. Bubba Dump doing what it's doing right now is about 3.5 gallons per hour. Let's just round that up to 4. So between the two of them is 7 gallons an hour. And the 750J is burning about 7 gallons per hour. So between all of them, we're burning about 14 gallons of fuel per hour right now. And as you can see, pretty much everything stays moving and everything gets rolling. So any scraper I've ever been around, if you can find one that's going to burn less than 14 gallons per hour itself, you've accomplished something. So that's one of the main drawbacks right there off the bat. That's one of the main reasons why you don't see them quite as commonly, is just the fuel burn. And with fuel $4.50 or $5 a gallon, the fuel burn absolutely kills you. The other thing is you got to have a job site set up for them, and this one could be set up for a scraper because we have a lot of hard ground. And it's a lot of downhill running. You can run circles, etc., etc. but you're still going to have a dozer in place of that excavator up there, or a second scraper running to link these two together in this hard ground to push off. So now you got another, you're replacing a machine that's burning 3 gallons of fuel per hour with a machine that's burning probably 7 gallons of fuel per hour. And it just don't make financial sense to run that in that scenario. The other thing is this setup you guys see on screen right here is so much more universal. If you guys remember back at the beginning of these videos, we used this haul truck and this excavator to haul brush. We use this haul truck and excavator to haul rocks, and we use this truck and excavator to haul stumps. You can't quite do that as easily and as conveniently as what you could with a scraper. So we're still going to have the excavator hauled in. We're still going to have the haul truck hauled in. They're already on site, so why don't we just use them? And the fuel burn per yards moved in this scenario is about half. And if you're going to burn as much fuel as we burned, about 800 gallons of fuel on this job in total, you could pretty much double that if you guys are going to start running scrapers. So the next thing we always get is you guys need a bigger excavator. Oh my goodness, you need a bigger excavator. Your cycle times will be so much faster. You need a bigger excavator. And I will agree that will speed up cycle times, guys, but you have to think about the full big picture. So this excavator basically gets hauled in here one trip, easy, no permits. We can haul it pretty much any time. So if we go get, let's just say we haul a 550 size excavator in here, you're going to look at a minimum of 2.5, 3 days haul in setup. You're looking at minimum 2.5, 3 days breakdown, haul out, not counting your haul costs and your permits to get there. We only loaded and hauled dirt on this job for 6 days. So you're almost behind the 8 ball before you even start. So yeah, whenever it's on the job and up and running, that may save you a little bit of time, but in the big scheme of things, you're actually behind in time. And then what's that big expensive machine going to do whenever this truck's cycling? It's going to be sitting there waiting, because this one here just isn't quite big enough to justify 2 trucks. If you guys look in the background as this truck cycles, very rarely is that excavator actually sitting still. It's working on its bench, it's getting things set up, it's always working on going. And that brings me to my next point, is we should have had 2 trucks. If we would have had 2 trucks, one truck would have always either been in the way of the other one, or it would have been waiting on the other one. So what I'm trying to explain here is sometimes faster is not always better, and more importantly, faster is not always more profitable. So you have to do what works best. Now, if we did this all day, every day, I agree, a bigger excavator would be worth hauling in, but we don't. We're going to be in here for 4 or 5 days loading and hauling dirt, and we're out. This isn't some big commercial road project. This also isn't some big mining operation where this excavator sits there for weeks on end just loading dirt. One other thing I want to point out real quick is 2 pushes up the dam with this dozer is equal to 1 load of Bubba dump, basically yardage wise. And if you guys pay attention to Jerry on this short push, he's basically moving twice as much dirt as what we are. So in a short push, a dozer is still, even though he's burning twice as much fuel, he's basically moving the same amount of dirt per fuel gallon burned. Hopefully that makes sense. So we're hauling half as much, but we're burning half as much fuel as what he is. He's moving twice as much, but he's moving twice as much fuel. And at the end of the day, that ratio is really what comes into play. Plus, how universal is your setup? This setup here is very universal to go do a totally different type of job. You guys watch the channel, we're into totally different stuff. So hopefully that explains a little bit of kind of the thought process behind the way our equipment's sized, the way we go about doing this stuff. This equipment I can keep busier, more hours out of the year, more profitable build hours, and it's very efficient to run in a lot of different scenarios. And one last thing before I let you guys go, you'll also kind of notice we are constantly, so this is basically a time lapse of an entire day, minus about 2 or 3 hours due to dead batteries, but you'll notice that we switched it up. We were backing up the dam, we're backing across the dam. Now we're not burning fuel going down through the dam, we're actually coming around the top side. So that's the other thing on the job site. You kind of always have your eyeballs out about how can we save a little bit of money here? How can we make this more efficient? How can we stay out of each other's way and still get this all accomplished? So I just thought it was pretty cool to kind of sit back and kind of watch this thing to come together over a day's time here. I did not count loads on this time lapse. Maybe you guys can count loads and maybe get a yardage moved on the day. I'm sure some of you guys in the comments can figure that out pretty quick. Like I said, we worked an 8-hour day, and probably 2 hours of the day did not make the time lapse due to dead batteries. But hopefully that makes sense, guys. If you got any questions, hit me up down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. And if you guys haven't checked out the podcast channel, we've got over 40 podcasts posted over there, covering a lot of different things, from bidding jobs, a lot of background on Jerry and myself and all the other guys that work on me. And we've had a lot of good guests on there. Clint, Matt from Let's Dig 18, or Clint from CNC Equipment, Matt from Diesel Creek, Let's Dig, Chris, and all those guys all been on there. So check it out. I'll link it down below. All right, back to work. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Doing a lot better now. We're getting closer.
We are getting closer. I feel like we need to give a recap of yesterday, like a play-by-play.
Yeah.
I seen most of the day in time lapse. They probably missed about an hour before lunch and about an hour at the end of the day to dead batteries, but
yeah,
I got most of it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So here's kind of what we got going on. First off, we have, I don't know how many loads we've hauled out back here. We have pretty much got that borrow pit borrowed out for the most part. We want to leave a little bit of dirt behind because we got this little valley over here we need to fill in.
Our old haul road.
Old haul road. So we are on grade all the way around to about what, right there?
Yeah.
And then we're about a foot short on that little bitty bench, and then we're about 2 or 3 feet short right here in this little bitty short run. So we're what, 12 loads away from having it?
I'd say about 12 loads.
So yesterday went pretty good. What'd you haul? Before lunch you were still doing the same thing, hauling down and backing up.
Yeah.
And then the bottom, which you guys can see, the bottom has just turned to absolute crap. That got to be a little bit treacherous. So then we started going across the dam, which took a little bit more time to get across there, but man, that truck packs that dam in so good.
Yeah, it does.
And I was actually able to kind of help guide you pretty good by the radio up there on top, so that worked out. Between your awesome driving and my excellent guidance.
Plain shadow and sun.
Yeah. Hey, well, let's talk about this. All day long, I never got the truck stuck.
Nope.
Never turned the truck over.
Nope.
But are we going to talk about the one little mishap we had at the end of the day?
Mishap? I don't remember a mishap.
The bip, right?
Yeah. Well, I went from a half a tank to E. And I thought, uh-oh, I need fuel. But I thought I can make one more trip. And I didn't. I made it where we're standing, right here.
Aaron was bragging all day. This thing's still got a half tank here. I can't believe how good it does on fuel. And then it went from half to nothing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the fuel gauge was maybe stuck on something inside the tank.
I think so. Now it's stuck on E, even though I know I got a full tank.
Hey, let's talk about the good news, though. The fuel tank is not leaking.
No, it is not leaking.
That's,
so.
I mean, it really don't leak when it's empty.
No, it really don't.
All right, we got Bubba filled up today. We're good to go. So, all right, Jerry will be here in a little bit. Excuse me, the inside of the dam is actually really close. We got enough dirt on the slope. Pretty much got enough dirt to do what we need to do. So I think what we need to do is finish hauling this out, and then we are going to have to haul a little bit of dirt around the outside to get that to where it's a manageable slope. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go up here and give him a quick little tour of that borrow pit. I'll grab the 210, and then I guess we're going to hop over the hill and start taking out our other borrow pit. I think we're still going to have enough dirt. We'll have to scrounge a little bit, but I think we're going to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
So we got more dirt up there if we need it. I just don't want to get too greedy and then have to haul dirt back up there.
Up there, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, all right, it's going to be another hot one, man. Yesterday was miserable.
They got warm.
You know, I realized yesterday I didn't know I had. The Hyundai's got a temperature gauge in it like a car.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
97 is what I seen.
97 in the shade.
97.
I was out here in the sun baking. So I was probably 103, 104 out here.
What was Jerry then?
Jerry, an icebox. He learned how to shut them doors.
That's whenever you know it's hot, whenever Jerry turns on the AC. You know how you know it's really hot? Whenever he does it before lunch.
Yeah.
You know what he told me though? He said, I really don't need the AC. He said, I just don't want your inside your cab smelling like a stinky old man. Classic Jerry. So, all right, well, there's quite a bit of water down there already.
Yeah.
This is just a suggestion. I probably would not drive down there this morning.
No, I think I'll stay
I don't
out.
want to ruin your perfect track record.
No, I ain't got stuck yet. I don't want to get
No,
stuck.
you
Close
pushed
to the finish line.
you pushed your limits a couple
Ain't no
times
reason
yesterday.
for me to be in there. You said we're on the outside now.
All right, well, if you want to head over the hill there and get set up, we'll probably start down here on this knoll and then work our way back towards the woods. And once we get that hump dug off, I'll dig a hole to bury them stumps.
All right.
So I'll walk up and get 210.
All right.
This is one other thing we ended up doing yesterday. You guys probably seen in the time lapse. The hole started getting so deep and it started getting so nasty down there. We were afraid we were going to get Aaron stuck. We were going down and back up, so we ended up kind of making the decision. We actually blew a road in right here along the top of these rocks, which worked really well. And it was a whole lot easier on the truck once we did that to get from one side to the other. We still might end up using this road to haul some dirt over here on the back side of the dam. We'll have to kind of see how the day goes. But man, look at, he wanted a little bit of room back here to put a camper in. Look at all the look at all the room we got for him. This is looking really good. So right here, this area here, this is the kind of the knoll, the dirt we left. Because I don't know if you guys can see that notch right there. We need to fill that in and make it level with that knoll across. So hopefully we can use this dirt here to do that. If we got a little bit extra, I'd rather haul a load or two out and have to haul a load or two back in. But check that out. So kind of a bench in up here. Got drainage going that way. Kind of a high wall here where we can put retaining wall in. And this here will just kind of be a big old swooping arch around. So hopefully you guys followed all that. The ultimate goal is we want to move our campers out of the driveway back here, kind of get some privacy from the road and have an awesome view of the new lake when it's all said and done. So like I said, we still have some dirt available to us here if we need it. But I don't want to get too greedy until we get that other hole filled in. And we got plenty of dirt over the hill we need to get yet. So, all right, let's get this thing fired up and rolling this morning and get some trucks loaded out. Fire in the hole. This thing is just about ready to turn over 500 hours. It's crazy. Feels like I just bought it new yesterday. Oh, back to loading trucks. Fun, fun, fun. Say back to loading the truck, I guess. We got one. Not for sure 2 trucks would even fill us up on the, or speed us up on this job. It's such a short haul. By the time I get myself resituated for him to come back, he's usually already here. So we're gonna throw this load on him, and then we're probably gonna walk up and get the 1650. Hang on, a little bit far away from me on this first load, but it's all right. We'll make it work. One more on them. Dozer real quick, just try to kind of get us a little better organized here as we get rolling. It's looking good. We can do better. We can do better, folks. All right, it always takes just a little bit to kind of get the new borrow pit set up and get everything running efficiently, but I think we about got her. Got a good spot for Aaron to sit while I load him. He's got a nice little wraparound road coming in here now, so he should be able to just loop down in here and pull right up where he needs to be. Hopefully we can knock out a few loads this morning. Jerry's on his way here. He's had a few errands he had to run this morning, so he's taking care of that. We're trying to get a few loads ahead of him. Well guys, things are clicking right along. As you can tell, we got a pretty good little notch out of this borrow pit here. I think Aaron's got all the loads hauled up there we need to finish off the top of that dam. For a load or two short, we can push it up there with the dozer. Jerry showed up, and we're going to switch gears and start hauling around on the far side back slope here. We were going to haul across the top, but I think we're going to haul along the bottom of that dam, kind of increase our compaction, and should be a little shorter, easier route for the old truck. So let's see how this first one goes. All right guys, there's where we started dumping. We got all the way out to here. We might just be a little bit shy there, but there's some dirt right there we can push. I think Jerry's ready for you. See what you got. Right before we get to the dozer, you're going to cut down off the dam. Super highway. So you got you a super highway down there.
Oh, no, I love it.
Jerry?
Good morning. Well,
I'm trying to figure out when Aaron become a truck driver.
He's doing pretty good.
He's got that thing figured out, don't he? We can talk about him now because he can't hear us.
Diane was worried about me coming in late this morning. She said, you might get fired. And I go, no, I won't get fired because Aaron's running the job this week. Man behind the scenes is in charge, I told her.
What are you thinking? You got to shove that topsoil back a little bit, give him a little room to dump here, then you can pretty much go any direction you want, can't you?
Yes. Maybe just this point, Mike. Up in there, if he's traveling, I think we can transition in that, don't you think?
Yep. Well, I'm gonna go back to loading so I can keep your dirt coming.
I got a couple of rocks. I told him to use his own judgment, whichever way he wants to get back. But I think he'd be better off maybe just wrapping right back.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We just gotta make sure we stay off that septic
That's
up there.
I told him.
Yep. So. All right, I'm back to loading.
I don't think. Don't you think? I mean, that's somewhere around
Yeah,
here.
hey, here, what I'll probably do is just have him cut me to where I can loop around down there. I don't want to go over the top part of the dam too much right here, and then I'll just go back same way I came in. How's that sound?
Yep, that's what we were kind of thinking too. He's going to get you this topsoil kind of moved out of the way where you can kind of make a loop here. Maybe loop down, back up towards the dam dump, and then head back where you come.
The other thing, if I can do, Mike, I can kick this back, let him turn here, and then I'm just trying to get him out here loaded as quick as he got to be fine. He knows what he's got up there. I didn't.
All right, we're back at it. You got a plan, master truck driver?
Yeah, me and Jerry got to take care of. Don't try to tell us to do our job. We know what we're doing.
That's fine. I'll set my button out air conditioned seat over there and just keep loading you.
Yeah. You got the doors closed today?
I do.
Do you?
You know what I just realized yesterday? That I've owned that thing for almost 2 years. I just realized yesterday it says on the monitor how hot it is outside.
Yeah, I know. You let me know when it's 81. You let me know when it's 83. You let me know when it's 86. You let me know it's 91.
I've been giving them hourly updates.
Yeah. I'm not liking it. If it be going the other way, I'd be happy.
It's trending the wrong direction.
Yeah, it is.
And this borrow pit don't have cell phone service.
For you. For me, I got great service.
Really?
Yeah.
So up there I can keep up the YouTube comments. Down here I can't.
No,
So they're just talking about us and I have no idea what they're saying.
Yeah.
Right now. All right, well, let's get 3 or 4 loads in here and I think we'll kind of get an idea what this is going to look like. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
we're in trouble. Look at them up there. Got a pretty decent load on them. Holy snikes, it's hot out here. Aaron don't know it yet, but I think we're going to ride in the air-conditioned cab with him this time. Just got to get the door open before he realizes we're coming. We're coming in.
There AC in here.
Yeah. Feels a lot better in here. What are you doing, shopping?
Yeah, I gotta quit this.
I can't believe you got your seat all the way back. I figured you'd have it slid all the way forward.
No, it's just right. I ain't got to mess with it.
Starting to look like something.
Yeah, it is. Now don't be getting this water when we get back here on the backside.
I was getting ready to ask, have you made any progress yet?
Slowly.
Well, I guess any
Loads are too little, I guess.
Maybe your truck's too small. Is that an option?
No, it's about right.
Well, you made a little bit of progress.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Is this your and Jerry's top secret communication?
Yeah, don't mind us.
Kind of gives you guys a good little visual of what we're trying to fill in there. Just trying to get a nice continuous slope. Something that's mowable and maintainable for them. Looks good right there.
I'm not looking Jerry.
Not bad. We're getting there slowly, man. Wowzers, what a dam. That is a dam. We're gonna let Jerry finish doing his finessing here. Aaron and I are gonna take off and grab us a real quick little lunch. It's just gonna be a matter of keeping on and hammering down. Lunch and back at it. Here we go. All right, we made it back from lunch. Jerry went ahead and took out this little patch of trees here, got along the woods. We're easily gonna have enough dirt we need to get this side of the dam done there. He's getting it shoved up, but as you guys seen, we still need plenty over on the other side. So let's start loading and rolling. coming to an end. Got the borrow pit cleaned out pretty good. Go around the corner over here and see what she looks like. But it's changed a lot around here in the last 48 hours, I guess you would say. Probably better off than dumping her right there where your front tires are. I can tell top of top full pile right there. I'll go up even farther. Yeah, you're still in the topsoil. Can you go up and angle up towards the building just a little bit? Yep, there you go, looking good. Come straight on back. Yeah, straighten her up a little bit. Looking good. Butterfly. So basically from there to here is pretty much done. This should be enough dirt to get done to here. This is about 2/3 of the way done. So we got a ways to go yet, but we've definitely made some good progress for sure. Hedge our bed a little bit and just kind of fatten this outside lip a little bit. Tomorrow when we get here, the goal is going to be to kind of run the inside of the dam right here. We're probably going to lose about 1 foot or 2 of width off here, so we want to make sure we gain it back somewhere. This right here is going to probably be our best spot. So looking good though, looking real good. Jerry's just kind of bringing that up there in layers instead of gouging it. That way it gets kind of compacted in pretty good with the dozer too. We don't get too carried away with it. Honestly, a case dozer would probably be better for this, but I'm kind of hoarding it over there. We go to finish all this out. That's when we'll switch over to that 6-way blade versus that semi-U 4-way blade. What you guys keep doing with all the dirt I keep bringing you, Jerry?
I don't know where it's going.
You want to have him dump over here or dump over here?
He wants to dump on that side. I can tighten this up a little bit.
Okay. Jerry says basically head right towards the corner of the dozer blade. Kind of back up right towards the corner of the dozer blade. Better load down. Well guys, after 2 long days of loading dirt, this is going to be the last load for today, and at least the last load for today's video purposes. So let me finish getting Aaron loaded. He needs to get out of here to a birthday party for his daughter. Get him on his merry way. I'll kind of show you guys or give you a little quick tour of the job site here at the end of the day and show you what we got accomplished and what we got left to do. Throw one more on them for good measure. That's it. Got a little bit of a soft spot there. We probably ought to do something with when we keep hauling out of there. So, all right, we got most of this hump hauled out of here, save what topsoil we could. I've kind of started in on the pit. If you guys remember, we got all those stumps we hauled the other day, or the first day we were down here. We're gonna try to dig a big old pit right here and get this radio off of me. Dig a big pit right here so we can use the dirt and you make those disappear. So everything's looking, man, it looks so different what it did down here a little bit ago. Let me put these radios up, take you up on top of the hill, show you what it looks like from up there, and then we're gonna get out of here. That's Jerry's parking job there. I guess he thought somebody was gonna steal it, so he's gonna try camouflaging in the brush there. So, all right, the goal for the last couple days was to get all the dam up to elevation check. We're probably about 2 or 3 inches high, but past experience says leave it up a little bit, because weathering and finishing it always seems to work down a little bit. So we got that all done. I was hoping to have all the dirt hauled around the backside of the dam, have all the dirt to the dam. We're gonna be a little bit short over there. We probably got about a half day worth of hauling to get there, so we're probably about 50% on that. But overall, I think we're about 90% of having the dirt to the dam, which is a huge accomplishment, because once the dirt's to the dam, it's just a matter of getting everything finished up. So Jerry's jumped back here. This is our first original borrow pit. He's bringing some dirt down off that hill and kind of filling this in out through here, and making sure we got enough dirt to do all this, which looks like we're going to. And if we need more dirt, we can come up here and start borrow pitting some dirt out up there. So he's just about got this wrapped up. Old 850 getting her done. This was just borderline too far to be able to trench push it this way with a dozer and then trench push it all the way to the dam. We thought about it, it was close. You guys, a little idea what the backside looks like. We got good slope on this, pretty much a third of the way around. That next third is not going to require quite as much dirt. You can see Jerry's got dirt all the way up there, so we're keeping our distance. So keeping our width. So what we need to do tomorrow, we're calling for a little bit of rain tomorrow night. So we need to get a little bit of dirt worked up to the top of the levee on the inside and kind of chalk what we got going right there. I'm not for sure if we can use that material or not. We may have to haul some in, but the goal for tomorrow is to get this inside completely done. So if we do get that rain they're calling for, we can just let the water in there and let it be. But man, I don't know how many yards we moved the last couple of days. You guys can probably do the math on it, but we moved a lot of dirt. No breakdowns, no issues. Jerry, as always, a #1 operator on the dozer. Aaron did an awesome job with that truck, because this was pretty rough conditions and a lot of backing. You guys run them trucks a lot, you know how difficult that is, but absolutely awesome job running the truck. So, all right, that's gonna be it, guys. I need to get out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, take just a few seconds, give it a big thumbs up. It's free, don't cost you anything. Hit the subscribe button if you want to make sure you catch us on the next one. And if anybody's interested in any Dirt Perfect merch, there's a link in the description. Check it out. We'll get her to you. So, all right, that's it. We're out of here. See ya.